It's Patrick, founder of Screenplay app, the app for student screenwriters. Every week I take a different article from the Screenplay app blog and share with you in audio form. How to write character introductions. You should introduce your characters in a clever, truthful, and captivating way. Different writers have different techniques for writing character introductions. Some writers are as generic as possible and other writers go for fireworks. It's up to you how you want to bring your characters into your story. If you're writing a comedy, then it would be a good idea to bring in your characters with humor. If you're writing horror, then introducing your character in a chilling or mysterious way will help set the mood. You can also just do nothing and introduce your characters in a generic way, which we'll discuss more below. Whatever works for your story and the tone you're aiming for is what you should go with. Your introduction of your characters is a good way to showcase your writing ability and writing style. Depending on how the introduction is made, the reader will get excited to follow this character in the journey that lies ahead. Sometimes a screenplay might have a huge list of characters. In this case, making each individual unique in their own right is a good way to help the reader keep track of who's who. It also helps to not make the names of your characters sound similar, which can cause confusion to the reader, especially if there were no major distinctions with introducing the characters. The goal of the character introduction is to give the reader a broad view of who those characters are within a few words. Introducing your characters. Let's talk about the basics of character introduction. In most screenplays, you'll find characters are first introduced with their names in all caps, followed by their age, sometimes race, and a short description of the character traits. Although this is the common form, do not be surprised if you read a screenplay and you see the introduction happens a bit differently. It all depends on the style of the writer. You might find some writers do not put the character's name in all caps. Other writers may omit the race or age of the character. Some writers may put the name of the character in bold. As you can see, there are various ways to introduce your characters. Making your characters memorable. One thing you should aim for when introducing your characters is making them memorable. This is your opportunity to give the reader a glimpse of your writing style through your character introductions. Having your characters stand out through a short description is a window to what comes next for your story. In the previous blog, we talked about engaging your reader with the first few pages of your screenplay. Your character introduction is one of the first things a reader comes across on the pages of your screenplay, so why not make those introductions memorable? When introducing your characters, keep it short and interesting. You don't have to write all the traits your characters have, but emphasize a couple of traits that matter the most to the story and that character. In recent years, readers have pointed out some tropes that screenwriters should stay away from when introducing characters. There are only so many words in the English language, so there will be times when writers use some of the same wording to describe characters. So that's why it's very important to make your characters stand out when introducing them. As you read a lot of different screenplays, you come across some of those tropes and hopefully avoid them when you're introducing your characters. When you have a big ensemble in your screenplay, having memorable character introductions is very useful to help the reader keep track of who's who. Sometimes having an amazing character introduction can quickly grab a reader to continue reading your screenplay if the previous pages didn't already grab them. Don't forget to have fun. Writing is supposed to be fun. There will be times when you feel frustrated because a scene you're working on is not coming together like you would like. Then there are moments when you can't think of anything at all to write. Those are the natural headaches that come with being a screenwriter. However, the process of writing is mostly fun. You get to create new worlds and characters. One of the many ways to keep the writing process fun and exciting is when you introduce your characters. This is the moment to have fun. Pretend that there's a room full of people and just waiting for your character to make a great entrance and you have the mic in your hand. If you've ever attended a wedding, then you know what the grand entrance is supposed to be like. You are the DJ and your characters are the wedding party. Your protagonist is the bride of your screenplay. Other characters can be the groom or other major players. The readers are the people at the wedding reception just waiting for everyone to come in and be introduced before they hit the bar, and that's when the real party begins. So why not give your readers something unexpected? Introduce your characters with style and pizzazz. Have fun with the introduction. Make them figuratively dance on the pages. Give them the type of personality that either makes the reader laugh or gasp. Those characters you introduce will be with your readers for about 100 pages or so. Give the readers a reason to stick around and not ditch the reception before the main course is even served. For more articles like this one, head over to our blog, screenplayapp.info, and feast on all things screenwriting. If you think about writing your first screenplay, go to your favorite app store and download Screenplay app today. The link is in the description below. And remember to always have fun writing. Fade out.